All right, a quick shout out to the baseball gods because they're giving us one heck of a World Series. Baseball's most storied franchises going head to head tonight. It is East Coast versus West Coast and the Yankees versus the Dodgers at Dodger Stadium for Game 1 of the World Series. There's certainly no shortage of superstars in this World Series either. Speaking of those stars, it's going to be the first fall classic for baseball's two biggest ones in Shohei Ohtani and Aaron Judge. First pitch is set for 8:08 Eastern from Dodger Stadium. And let's welcome in our MLB insider, Jim Bowden, who is joining us from LA ahead of Game 1 of the World Series. And Jim, there is a lot of emotions there. Set the stage for us out in LA because not only do we have this incredible game that we have on tap, but also the Dodgers are going to be honoring a Dodgers legend there tonight.
Yeah, they certainly are. Look, the energy and the atmosphere is just incredible here around Dodger Stadium. Yankee fans, Dodgers fans everywhere. But as you walk in, as you mentioned, the memories of the late Fernando Valenzuela are absolutely everywhere. They are burning bright. The Dodgers have put up a huge mural honoring Fernando Valenzuela. They're going to be wearing a patch with his number on the uniform, not only for the rest of this World Series, but also for 2025. They have Valenzuela jerseys that are covering the ticket office as you walk in. They're going to have a moment of silence for him before the game and also a scoreboard tribute. Flowers all over the place for him. And remember, the last time the Yankees played the Dodgers, it was 1981. That was the year that Valenzuela was Rookie of the Year and the Cy Young Award. You know the baseball gods are there. The atmosphere, incredible. I've got goosebumps. My hands are clammy. I'm telling you, Jacqueline, there is nothing like this. This is the epic World Series. This is the dream World Series baseball is looking for. And I don't think there's any doubt more eyeballs will be on this World Series than any World Series in history.
Yeah, and Jim, as you mentioned, you know, we think Yankees, we think Dodgers, and they are the biggest, you know, teams in baseball ever. But it is crazy. We have to go all the way back to 1981, the last time that these two storied franchises were face-to-face here in the World Series. What are you specifically looking for as the difference maker in Game 1 when you consider the pitching, the base running, the superstars, the bats, and all of that?
Well, when I look at Game 1, the key, Gerrit Cole's going to be on the mound for the New York Yankees. There's a reason why they're paying him $324 million. It wasn't to get here. It was to win the World Series. Now, in watching him in this game, the most important part for him is to get that four-seam fastball on the top of the strike zone at 96, 97 miles an hour. He was able to do that in the division series against Kansas City in the clinching game. Remember, the Dodgers hit under 200 against fastballs 96 and above at the top of the zone. That's where Gerrit Cole has to win this game, and he has to give the Yankees length because the Dodgers have better bullpen depth than the Yankees do. Now, on the other side, Jack Flaherty will be on the mound for the Los Angeles Dodgers, and the key for him is going to be that breaking ball, and he's going to have to throw for strikes down by the knees. That's where he has success. So for him, it's get that breaking ball on the black, both sides, inside, outside, keep it down. Don't make a mistake because this team will nail him. The other thing to look for in Game 1 is Nestor Cortez, who's been activated. He will be on the Yankees roster. He, Tommy Kahnle, and Tim Hill are the Yankees' three best left-handers to try to get Ohtani, Freeman, and Muncy out. So absolutely watch for that. And on the other side, Alex Vesia has been added to the Dodgers bullpen. Watch for a good, important matchup against Juan Soto late in the game.
And Jim, when I'm thinking of this pitching matchup with Gerrit Cole and Jack Flaherty, there's like a little interesting nugget here if we go back towards the trade deadline, which is kind of funny. And you had actually posted this on Twitter. The Yankees had a deal in place for him at the trade deadline, so we'll have to see if that was the right call for them, going with Gerrit Cole instead. Let's talk more about these superstars because, of course, it's Aaron Judge, it's Shohei Ohtani. In terms of legacy, Jim, whose legacy is this a bigger deal for to win a World Series? Is it for Shohei Ohtani or is it Aaron Judge, in your opinion?
Oh, I think it's both, and I think it's all the future Hall of Famers that are going to be in this game. I mean, the Dodgers are paying Ohtani 10 years at $700 million. They're paying Betts 12 years at $365 million. The Yankees are paying $360 million to Judge, $325 million to Stanton, and $324 million to Cole. They all have to step up. They all have to perform. But in this World Series, Jacqueline, this is what you have to keep in mind for the whole series. Patience, precision, and power. Let me tell you what that means. Both of these teams are extremely disciplined hitters. They don't chase out of the zone, and they will take a walk if you don't keep the ball in the strike zone. That gets us to precision. The pitchers on both sides are going to have to pitch against the weaknesses of the other team in the strike zone, and they can't miss. Because if you miss, you're going to get hurt. And that brings us to power. If you don't have the precision and you can't command the ball in the strike zone and hit the spot you're supposed to, both of these teams are loaded with power. And I'll tell you this, whoever hits the most home runs in this World Series is going to win this World Series.
And we know there's a lot of guys that can certainly go yard very often. We've seen it in the regular season, in the postseason as well. Jim, really quickly, just to put a bow on things, the Dodgers, they've probably been very consistently, I should say, one of the best teams in baseball during the regular season. They do have one World Series in that shortened season. In the meantime, the Yankees haven't been here since 2009. When you look big picture, which team needs a World Series win more? Who is more desperate for that World Series title, in your opinion?
Oh, I think they both are. I mean, look, Mark Walter, the owner of the Dodgers, spent $1 billion last offseason on two players, Yamamoto and Ohtani. I mean, you better win. And for the New York Yankees, I mean, it's been too long since we've seen them win a world championship, as we were talking earlier. I mean, 23 years is a long time. So it's time for that to happen without a doubt in this series. Keep in mind, Los Angeles Dodgers in this series have better defense and better base running. The Yankees can't make the same base running mistakes they made against Cleveland because they won't get away with it. Now, keep in mind also there's been a couple of injury changes. Evan Phillips is out of the roster of the Dodgers with a shoulder issue. That's huge because he had not given up a run in his 5 postseason appearances, but being replaced by Vesia, they're hoping Vesia can pick up where he was. Also, Gratterall has been added to the Dodgers bullpen. That gives him another ground ball, double play type pitcher. He only made 7 appearances in the regular season, but Dave Roberts telling me earlier that he's got great confidence because of the person he is and because of the fact he has been dominant in his postseason experience. So big changes in that bullpen for the Dodgers. We'll see how that play out. And the other key to look at, Anthony Rizzo at first base. He is much better. He has 2 fractures in his finger. It is much healed since the LCS. Why is that important? Defense at first base, because the Yankees are below average defensively at second base and third base. And with Rizzo's ability to scoop, his ability to stretch, he can take errors away from both of them. That's going to be very important. John Birdie, by the way, off the roster. That's how comfortable the Yankees are that Rizzo's fingers are okay.
Jim, we certainly appreciate it. I know you were saying you had goosebumps and your heartbeat was racing, but that feeling's a privilege, right? We only get the World Series once a year, getting us so ready for Game 1 of the World Series. We certainly appreciate it, Jim. Enjoy the game, and the shades are coming on. That is how we know Jim Bowden is here. He has arrived at Game 1 of the World Series. All right, getting a look at the matchup head-to-head. First pitch is set for 8:08 Eastern tonight. It is the 12th playoff meeting between these two storied franchises. New York, by the way, leading that series 8-3. By the way, it's Juan Soto's birthday. Happy birthday, Juan Soto. Maybe he's going to give baseball fans another electric at-bat like we saw in the ALCS at the bottom of the 10th. One can only hope, right? First pitch tonight at 8:08 Eastern. Game 1 of the World Series with the Yankees and the Dodgers.